Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have a can recycled craft that I want to share with you guys. And I have this can, of course, it's a cocoa can that I was gifted during Christmas. And my kids finished it and I loved the way that it had some gold accents and I thought it stood up really well. It was nice and sturdy, so I wanted to cover it up and recreate something that I had seen from my friend Linda. She's Flower Girl Crafts. And I will link her at the bottom so you could see the photo that she inspired me from. And I'm using the crepe paper collection because I want to use it to house all my projects that I had created in my last video. Using my Barely Arts Crafts glue, I am covering this can with the crepe paper and I'm going to let it dry for a little while. But before I do want to create some little embellishments or trinkets, bead wiring embellishments to go on the front, so that's where this comes in. I already covered that camera in the gold, but I want to show you on this one. And I saw Tony's video. She's Craft Purge on Instagram, but I will link her video on how she creates this. She was also inspired by Cher Crane as well as Adriana Alvarez, and I loved the way it looked. I thought it was such a cute idea and I wanted to incorporate that into some kind of, for my embellishments, but it didn't work out. So I'm going to use it on this can. And you can see all her details and what she uses. And she also has some inspiration of bead wiring from Buzzing with V. And I will link her video as well. So basically this is a craft that is multiply inspired by so many different people. Linda, Tony, Buzzing with V, Cher Crane, Adriana Alvarez. These are all kind of all in one video. And I thought that was really cool that so many different inspirations in one video. So I will have all those amazing women linked down in the description box. So I just wanted to show you guys real quick what I created and how I took care of my little beads and put them onto chipboard pieces from the collection. If I didn't mention this before, and I think I did, I'm using the crepe paper Flourish collection. Oh my gosh, I was about to say gather. No, don't gather, especially at a time like this. Don't gather. I'm using the Flourish collection. Okay, so yes, putting the bead into the little, what is it, grommet? The little, I don't know what that thing is called. But I'm using all my flat nose pliers to make it better. And that little rose is from the Paper Cherries collection from this month's kit. So it kind of went with the gold that I was looking for to match the tin. So yeah. Anyways, going back, that was just a little tidbit of what I created for that. Now let's go back to the tin. There we go. Now, back to this. Once it was dried, I came back and I pulled out some of the ephemera pieces, the cut apart cards. There we go. From the 12 by 12 papers. And this time I'm using my hot glue gun to make sure that they are completely and totally attached. Now, this flower piece, I'm about to cringe because yes, I did cut it apart, but I will be using that in one of the sides. Now my 12 by 12 paper didn't go all the way around for the can, so I had to use an extra little piece and put it there. So if you looked at the can, it looked kind of weird because you could tell that it wasn't covered all the way. So that's where these papers came in to be able to cover that part, so it looked a little bit better. My dog is moving around and he's jingling all the way. Can you stop, please? Rex, stop it. Thank you. Back to the video. So, believe it or not, it wasn't hard to glue it down, but it was hard to make sure that this little can didn't roll around on me. So yeah, once these papers were down a little bit better, I'm kind of working in that flower, and I wanted that camera in there really bad, but it wasn't working. It wasn't going as planned, so I decided to add in the butterflies, which later on I think it looked a lot better because it kind of brought in all the colors that I was using from everything else. So here we are. And I did use some foam squares, foam strips that were extra thick. That way I can fit in this chipboard piece on the bottom. I thought it was really nice to be able to use what I had from my leftover pieces from my embellishments. And I'm so excited. This little piece doesn't have a home yet, but it doesn't have a home yet because I'm trying to figure out if I want to send it and how I'm going to send it to my recipient. So yeah, I guess it does have a home. I just got to figure out how I'm going to send this without it being so bulky. I think I'm going to have to put it in a box. If you have any suggestions, please tell me in the description, how should I send this little bucket can? And another thing that I really liked about this can is at the top of the can to be able to open it up. It's kind of like one of those, okay, growing up, I grew up on chocolate milk. You know, that was like a treat. And the lid was one of those where you have to pop off with like your spoon or your fork. And I really loved that. It brought back like a childhood memory on the lid. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to keep it, because it was nice and gold on the top and the bottom. And just to be able to open it up was really cute. And I thought that was a great touch, and I wanted to continue to use that, or at least have someone who would appreciate it to use that. So there goes those little green leaf pieces. See, it wasn't just for anything that I cut it up. I am going to use it in a different spot. Now, I really like this little metallic rose gold frame, but I wanted to be able to show just a tad bit. So I'm cutting it up and putting it on the side. I think that's pretty cute. And the only thing is that it was kind of that vellum feeling, and I was hoping that it wouldn't show the glue. But that's pretty nice. I think in the corner popping out, I wanted to put it in here, but then I thought it just wasn't working. It didn't look cute. Then I wanted to add a butterfly and some of this gold trim from Hobby Lobby. And I didn't like a white butterfly against a white paper, so I nixed that idea, taking it out and adding in a colorful butterfly from the embellishment pack. I have a real problem when it comes to like two of the same colors together. Do you guys have that? Do you guys have a problem with like super close colors being together? For example, that gold paper that says the life is love and that butterfly. It kind of bothered me in the beginning, and then it just kind of grew on me. But that's always my problem that I have when I cluster things together, making sure that it's not in the same color family. Yeah, that's one of my problems. Anyway, just a little bit of trim popping out on the bottom here. And then I'm going to add some to the top as well, because apparently, from what I've seen my projects, I need them to be symmetrical some kind of way, having the same kind of elements on one side out versus the other one. Not exactly the same, but to weigh out a couple of your eye to visually look at different things. Anyways, that's pretty much the last of it. Yeah, I think that's it. See how cute that lid was on the top? It's so pretty. Again, trying to add that butterfly. No, it didn't work. So yeah, look at it. It's so cute. And I didn't add any gems. That's normally what I add in. I add in gems. I add in different little things. And no, I left it to be. And you can tell I was forcing myself to try to use this, but it didn't. It just came out good the way it is now. Had to make sure that I wiped it down and that there was no crumbs, because I felt like there was still crumbs in, but it smells delicious. Now I'm going to show you guys exactly how this is going to look when she receives it. So she's going to pop this open, and all the goodies that I have been creating are in this little tin. The flower cart, these cupcake rosette with paper dangle tassels, some more of these rosettes, another cupcake liner hearts. Is just literally a bucket full of flourishness. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I can't wait to send this to my friend, and I know she's gonna love it and she's gonna like it. I've been working on these for a while now because I was pushing myself to use the Flourish collection, and I think it came out perfect. Thank you guys for stopping by and hearing my video on what I created and the jingling of my dog. I apologize for that. But stay safe out there. Have fun crafting in your homes. And till next time, guys. Bye.